There are places on this planet where the ground itself wants to kill you. Where the air is poison. Where the water burns. Where every plant, every animal, every inch of soil is a death trap. These aren't war zones. These aren't haunted houses. These are real places, that exist right now, on the same planet you're sitting on. And some of them, you are literally not allowed to enter. Welcome to Shockpedia. Today we're counting down the top 5 most dangerous places on Earth, and by the end of this video, you'll be very grateful for wherever you're sitting right now. At number 5, a place that looks like paradise. Crystal blue waters. Lush green jungle. A beautiful little island off the coast of Brazil called Ilha de Queimada Grande. Sounds like the perfect vacation spot, right? Wrong. This island is home to between 2,000 and 4,000 golden lancehead vipers, one of the deadliest snakes on Earth. That means for every single square meter of this island, there is at least one snake. Some estimates say 1 snake per square foot in certain. The golden lancehead's venom is so powerful it can melt human flesh. Literally dissolve the tissue around the bite. Victims experience hemorrhaging, kidney failure, and necrosis. Their skin begins to die, within hours. The Brazilian government has completely banned civilians from setting foot on this island. The only people allowed access are scientists, and even they go in pairs, with medical equipment on standby. The last lighthouse keeper stationed on the island? Found dead. Snakes had gotten inside the lighthouse. Number 4 looks like it was designed by a science fiction writer. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Scientists have called it, and I'm not exaggerating, the closest thing to hell on Earth. This is one of the lowest, hottest, and most geologically active places on the planet. Temperatures regularly reach 50 degrees Celsius, in the shade. The ground is covered in sulfuric acid pools, hydrothermal vents, and active lava lakes. The air smells like rotten eggs and is thick with toxic gases that can render you unconscious within minutes. And yet, incredibly, some people work here. The Afar people mine sulfur from these volcanic vents by hand. Their only protection against the toxic fumes? A wet rag stuffed into their mouth. The sulfur dioxide slowly dissolves their teeth. Most miners lose their front teeth within a few years. But the most terrifying thing about Danakil isn't the acid or the fumes. It's that the ground is unstable. The entire region sits on 3 tectonic plates that are slowly pulling apart. Scientists believe that within a few million years, this area will be swallowed by the ocean. For now, it's just trying to swallow you. Number 3. This one doesn't look dangerous at all. It looks like a peaceful little lake in the Russian countryside. It has no volcanic activity. No deadly snakes. No toxic fumes you can smell. And yet, standing on its shore for just 1 hour will give you a lethal dose of radiation. Lake Karachay was used by the Soviet Union as a dumping ground for nuclear waste from the Mayak nuclear facility, one of the largest nuclear disasters in history that most people have never heard of. For decades, they poured radioactive waste directly into this lake. Today, the radiation level in the lake is so extreme that standing on its shore for just 30 minutes will give you a dose of 600 roentgens, well above the lethal threshold for humans. The water itself glows faintly at night. Scientists have described the lake as the most polluted spot on Earth. In 1968, during a drought, the lake partially dried up. The wind picked up the radioactive dust from the exposed lakebed and spread it across hundreds of kilometers, exposing nearly 500,000 people to radiation. The Soviet government said nothing. Number 2. On the surface, Madidi National Park in Bolivia looks like the most beautiful place on Earth. It is one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet, home to over 270 species of mammals, 500 species of fish, 200 species of reptiles, and an estimated 120,000 species of insects. But here's what the travel brochures don't tell you. Madidi is also considered by many scientists to be the most biologically dangerous place on Earth. Every single layer of this jungle, from the ground to the canopy, is trying to kill you. The plants here are unlike anything else on Earth. Touch the wrong leaf, your skin erupts in blisters. Brush against the wrong vine, your eyes begin to swell shut. Even a tiny scratch from any surface can introduce tropical parasites directly into your bloodstream. Guides who have worked here for decades still carry full medical kits and still get injured. In 1981, a young Israeli backpacker named Yossi Ginsberg got lost in this jungle for 3 weeks. He fell into swamps. He lost all the skin on the soles of his feet. He began to hallucinate. He encountered a jaguar. He was almost buried alive by a mudslide. He barely made it out, and his story was later made into a Hollywood movie. He was one of the lucky ones. Not everyone who gets lost in Madidi is ever found. The guides here have a saying, in Madidi, the jungle doesn't attack you. It absorbs you. You don't die dramatically. You just disappear. And at number 1, a place so terrifying, so otherworldly, that locals simply call it the door to hell. The Darvaza gas crater in Turkmenistan. In 1971, Soviet engineers were drilling for natural gas in the Karachay desert when the ground suddenly collapsed beneath their drilling rig. The entire operation fell into a massive underground cavern. Fearing that the hole would release deadly methane gas into the atmosphere, the Soviets made a decision that seemed logical at the time. They set it on fire. They expected it to burn out within a few weeks. That was over 50 years ago. The Darvaza crater is still burning today. It has been on fire continuously for more than half a century. The crater is 70 meters wide and 20 meters deep. The temperature at the bottom reaches over 1000 degrees Celsius. It has consumed billions of cubic meters of natural gas and shows absolutely no signs of going out. In 2010, the president of Turkmenistan ordered the crater to be extinguished. Scientists tried. Engineers tried. Nothing worked. The fire simply would not stop. In 2022, the president ordered another attempt. Again, nothing. The door to hell will not be closed. Explorer George Kourounis became the first person to descend into the crater in 2013. He wore a specially designed heat-resistant suit and was lowered on a rope. He described the heat as beyond comprehension and said the sound of the flames was like standing next to a jet engine. He collected soil samples from the bottom, and scientists found bacteria living inside the crater. Life. Inside a place called the door to hell. 5 places. All of them real. All of them existing right now. A snake island where the government forbids entry. An acid desert where the ground might swallow you. A radioactive lake that glows at night. A jungle that absorbs you without a trace. And a hole in the earth that has been burning for over 50 years and cannot be stopped. The world is stranger and more dangerous than most of us will ever know. And somewhere out there, right now, someone is standing at the edge of the door to hell, staring into the fire, and wondering the same thing you are. How is this real? Subscribe to Shockpedia for more facts that will make you question everything. Drop a comment, which of these 5 places terrifies you the most? And I'll see you in the next one.